about the newest kids on the block, namely Periscope, Blab, and Meerkat. So I just wanted to touch base with you on those things. Do you have time for that? Is you all okay with that? Because if no, you can leave. At the end of the first period, the Flyers 0, Canucks 1. Just saying. Not that I'm watching. Yannick Hansen scored. Just wondering. All right. So there are a variety of. We've been hearing about these new. They call them live streaming apps. Everybody's calling it live streaming. I think live streaming is a great term for it, but I prefer to call it social broadcasting because I'm looking at that these new networks are forming and growing basically out of this increased bandwidth and the capability of our mobile devices. So the three that we've heard the most about are Meerkat, which was first out of the gate, then Periscope, and now Blab. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview and show you a little bit of it. But Meerkat was the first out of the gate, and it was launched in March of last year. I think it was in March or April of this year. And it was a tool that you could put onto your smartphone that would allow you to create a video stream from your phone using the audio and video to input devices on your smartphone to be able to stream that, broadcast it out to a community. And so we had the first one-to-many broadcast platform that was coming from a smartphone. And it could use a mobility network, but it's basically going to kill you as far as your mobility charges. But the compression technology and the processing technology on our phones has reached the point that you can actually stream video pretty effectively to a community. Periscope, or Meerkat, engendered a bit of a following right out of the gate, but it really took off when a tool called Periscope came, and Periscope does almost the exact same thing. Both of these platforms I'm not in love with. I've got friends who do exceptionally well with this, but here's my challenge with these tools, is both of them are me broadcasting to you, so it's basically a speech. It's a presentation from me to you. The only interactivity comes from you being able to text on the screen. And in the case of Periscope, the text, especially if you have a large group, goes by so fast that the person presenting can't engage in conversation. So it's really very much a me showing off to you, telling you something, and then getting off. And so, getting off the air. Because I'm pretty sure I might get more viewers. And as far as I'm concerned, the videos will be very short. So, they seem to be a little egotistical and self-serving for the most part, but a few people are doing a really good job. My friend Sue Zimmerman does a great job. Sue just likes talking about Sue. So she's always out there talking, and broadcasting, and she gets a lot of people following her because she has such energy. The one that does it really the best is Kim Garst. I don't know if you follow Kim Garst, but Kim does a wonderful job of making sure she has little teachable moments that she does kind of once a day on Periscope, and she's done, now her Periscopes, she has hundreds of people now following her on Periscope.
Can you spell her last name?
Garst, G-A-R-S-T.
Okay.
Damn it, Giroux just scored.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that, didn't you? Okay. So, that's Periscope. What has caught my attention, and it's my personal bias talking, is something called Blab. How many of you follow Blab? Anybody used it?
I do now.
Okay. No, I don't know what it is. Well, I'm going to show you what it is. That's what I'm here for. Blab. Okay. When I first saw Blab, it completely blew me away because Blab is the closest thing to radio and television that we grew up with, now coming, talk radio, talk television, coming to IP. So here, this is my Blab channel here. So let's just jump in and let me just show you. Blab is a video conferencing tool that allows you to engage in conversations. And when you start a Blab and join in the Blab, it's like the Brady Bunch. There are 4 quadrants of videos streaming in real time. And different people can jump in and out of the rooms and you can have real conversations. And for me, the energy that I got from the first Blabs that I hosted and participated in was the only time online that it's rivaled what I used to have in a really good radio interview when I was doing my radio show. The fact that we're all talking into microphones, but we can see each other because the video, it just creates this great energy and this great opportunity for real discourse and communication. For those of you that are old school, it feels very much like ICQ because there's a chat window happening at the same time. Remember that? It feels like going into an ICQ room because each Blab that you enter has a topic. Can you guys see this? Here's teachers talking. There's 29 people, 88 have followed it, and teachers are talking about the creative classroom. See, only people who are teachers or educators this is a place that you would want to visit a fair bit, isn't it? You want to go in there and just participate, just talk, just learn, and just build in your community. You as well probably would do well going into an education one like that. You can sort. This life's forgiveness. Well, somebody's talking about stuff that's important as far as forgiveness. There's a lot of crap. Oh, help grow the Bitcoin community. There's lots of people that talk about Blab as well on it right now. It's very nepotistic at the beginning. The power of a made-up mind and a good hairdo, I might add. What do we got here? I'm just seeing if there's anybody I know that's on so that we can go into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into it. What's that?
Who's the cute guy right there?
Who's the cute guy with the gray hair?
Go down.
Go down.
Yeah.
Spider.
He's a cute guy?
She's blind. Yeah.
You guys, okay, I'm just seeing if there's anybody I know. Let's find somebody with cleavage.
Can you control who you let join them?
No, you can't control, it's completely open. So I'm just going to click on marketing and bring it down to marketing.
What if some moron joins in?
Some moron? Well, then you can, as the moderator, you can ban people.
Oh, that's kind of.
Oh, see, I know those people there, but I don't really like him. Okay, nobody that I know is here, and I kind of know these people. So, all right. So I'm going to just jump into Robert's podcast. Okay, so here it comes.
I'm with you.
She talked about because we get things. She uses every jump on the words.
So headset on and I had my broadcast set up at home. I could click on that, and the moderator could invite me in, and I could join in one of the quadrants. There could be up to 4 quadrants, us having a conversation. The fascinating thing about this is the social networking side. You all know how crowdfunding works, so that we can all come together and purchase a product or help fund a product. You crowdsource your audience, because when you come in, you tell a little bird. By clicking the tell a little bird, it broadcasts to your entire Twitter community that you're participating in this Blab. And so that's how we get more people coming into the Blab, is through this proselytization. I think so. They just added today that you can actually post it to Facebook as well at the same time. But here we have a chat going on in the conversation of people engaging in the conversation. So you can chat, you can ask questions, you can mark them as questions, and they appear over here as questions as well. So the moderator can change this from being the Twitter feed to being a feed that shows the questions that are being asked. So we can leave this. Okay, so you see, let's jump into another one. This one here is, no, we won't go to inappropriate partying. Help grow the Bitcoin community, live stream for brands. There it is. Okay, so here we see 4 people at a time in. Let's do a bit with that one. Oh, see those little hearts going up? That's people giving prompts. It's basically saying, we like this, we like this, we like this. So I'm just going to...
So they copied Periscope.
That's just kind of learning. You know, you learn very quickly that, because you can hear the other person. And the fact is, unlike a audio broadcast, is you can see the body language of the other person. So you can see when they're leaning in, and you can tell, kind of what the pecking order is as far as the conversation. So there are some that will look cacophonous. But what I did is I do 2 weekly Blabcasts now. I do one on Wednesday morning, which is a productivity one where I get Mike Vardy and Eric Fisher. We talk productivity tools at 8 a.m. on Wednesday morning. And then Wednesday night, I've taken my old YouTube show, my old radio show called App Wednesday, where we look at, that's the one that caused me to make the menstruating app. But I have 3 guests on, and each of them has 4 apps that they love. And then we have 4 rounds where you don't have to be we have 4 rounds where they put forward their apps. We choose 3 finalist apps, and then the audience votes which app they like the most. And then my responsibility is the following week is to create a video of that app. which I then publish on my YouTube channel. So I've created a little bit of a narrative there. So that's live streaming using Blab. It's free. It's completely wide open. There's no monetization of it planned. They're incredibly well funded. I can tell you the story about how they got their money, but it's a wild story. They've got millions and millions of dollars, and they're basically trying to compete with television at this point. And people become addicted to it, at least for a short period of time.
Is it live stream only or is the stuff archived?
Well, if you click on the record and record it, if you go to let's go to my site here. This one I'll show you. And you can archive and record it. And not only can you archive and record it, but you can also, when the video is over, if you record it, you get a download link that allows you to download an embed code that you can embed in your website, an audio file which you can use as a podcast, and a link to theirs. So here's my replays of mine. So if you wanted to watch last week's App Wednesday, so here it is, so people can watch it. There's the stream. So we just click play.
And I am recording, and welcome everybody to this week's App Wednesday, which is Dotto Angels. Because we have
This one here is the one that made me do the menstruating app. She put it forward. No, that's not Vicky. That's Tara Ferguson. She looks a little like Vicky in that picture. I'll give you that. Okay, anyway, so that's that. So you can watch the recorded replay and anybody as well. It's very cool. That's live streaming, yes.
Isn't it hard to start one?
No, it's so easy to start one. Start a new Blab. Click here. You put in the name of the Blab. You give it the topics that you're going to cover. You click when you want it to start. And then you click start. So I've got 2 scheduled. So I remember how I said I have 2 coming out. If we go into my list, here, I've got one coming up Wednesday morning. I had 40 people subscribed and 30. So I go in there, and when I'm ready to actually start broadcasting, I click Start Now right here, and it begins the feed going. The technology is so simple. The most complicated part is you have to give your browser permission to use your audio and video resources. That's it. And you got to make sure you have a headset because there's a lot of, it's noisy if you're using the microphone that's built into the bezel. But it is. I think within a year you'll probably all have different, this is the next evolution of podcasting and video casting. It's already taken over in a lot of cases from webinars. For example, when I do my webinars on products and I want to do a question and answer, I will often move out of a Google Hangout or a GoToWebinar, and I will bring people into a Blab to answer questions because it's just a much more engaging format for that.
Do you need an account?
You can sign up for free. And basically, most people use their Twitter ID in order to they use the OAuth from Twitter because it really marries to Twitter as far as the broadcasting and sharing and all that sort of stuff. So most people use their Twitter account.
So I'm conscious that we've over-delivered on our commitment to speak, which is awesome. I don't think Steve's in a rush to leave, maybe?
No, I'm just thirsty though.
Okay, let him rehydrate. I do have some swag to give away. So first off, best swag of all, I want to say thank you to Steve for speaking.
Oh, thank you all.
I have a gift
Oh, good.
for wearing on your next live.
Say.
So a hashtag, make stuff happen.
Oh, make stuff happen. That's
Okay.
good. Thank you.
Thank you for that. That's made by Leading Edge.
It's a nice quality cotton too. Is that Egyptian cotton?
So I've got some stuff to give away. So if anybody's got one of these on their table, please pass it away, pass it through.
I didn't have one.
Well, thank you. I